Hi, hello everyone. Good morning. So today we shall discuss some of the important topic regarding candles. So I think in my last video, if you haven't seen that, the candles and their interpretation video will be there. You can check that out to actually understand how candles should be interpreted. And so that was the first part, and this will be the second part in that series. Okay. So basically, in the first part, what we have discussed was something like this. So let's say you have one candle here, and then you have a candle followed by this. So how do you actually interpret when when a particular candle is seen after a certain candle? Okay. So that's what we actually looked at, and we looked at one example in detail in the last example, which was exactly this one, where we said that the trend was down before, and then you see this candle called doji. This is just a name, but most importantly how to interpret what happened on that day, and accordingly how to take action on the next few days, okay, depending on the previous action. Okay, so this is the main idea of interpretation of candles, and they are called by different names like engulfing candle. They call it so it's like there are different meanings. There are textbook stuff, a lot of stuff that you can read anywhere, but that's not what we will be concentrating. We'll be more concentrating on how we should actually look at these things in a way which will be useful to apply in while trading. Okay. Okay, so let's discuss that now. So let's complete that part. Fine. So if you see here, so this is basically on some 2nd June 2019. Sorry, yeah, it's on 6th February 2019. Okay, whatever. The date is not the important thing. So if you see here, so now we'll continue from here itself. Okay, we have a good uptrend day, and then it just continued. I mean, we had a good what do you say? It's been a good uptrending market for a few days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So all the candles are green basically. So everything was going fine. Okay. Now, so till this thing is happening, you can't do much about it. Okay. Okay. So now let's actually come to this candle. So now see, this candle is something significant that happened here. So if you see what happened in this candle, so first of all, this we discussed in the first video of basics, applied trading basics, where we said how maybe it's first or second video, I don't remember exactly, but that's the video where we discussed about how to interpret a single candle, not taking any other candle. So as part of that, what we know, this is 11,065 is your so whenever it's a red candle, the upper one is the open and this is the close, right? 11,070 is the open and it almost closed at the same price. That's fine. But then it formed a very long upper bar. So this is saying that it went to 11,114. Okay. And but then the bulls, so I talk in terms of bulls and bears. The bulls means the ones who are taking the market up. So they are betting on the upside. They were not in a position to carry anymore. They don't have the uh, what do you say, courage or conviction that now it's I can still buy. And the bears have entered, and they thought now it's enough is enough. I think we can have a go at it. And that what it led to is it completely wiped out all the rally of the day that was happening. Okay, so that means 11,119 was the high, but then it closed at where it opened itself, which is 11,075. Okay, so that is nearly how much? 11,080, around 45 points, correct? So which is quite a good amount. So so what happened? So that's 45 points down from the top. So basically, this thereby creating an candle where that means now how to interpret this. So this happened, that's fine. but this happened could have happened at different places. So this similar thing happened here also, correct? But this doesn't indicate anything. But this means something because now you have to see what happened previously. Whenever you see this, see what happened previously. Previously, the bulls were very active and they took it completely in their side. So they were very confidently taking it up, and there were a good 5 days of upside, right? And what is the overall way the market is moving? That also you have to consider. It's basically sideways. So when I say sideways, that means that it's in a range. That is, it's going up, down, up, down, up, down for some up day, and there's no proper one-sided move that's happening. So that means there's a very good chance that because you have 5 days and this candle is clearly formed, where it says that the bulls are not able to take it anymore. So now on the next day you can go short. So that means you can go short. That is because and now it's more of what's happening is now the bears gained control on the next day and took it down, and from there on it was a downtrend that again started. But here one important thing you should note is that the candles are not very large or good big volumes. It's a slowish environment. It's a slow movement. So one thing you should quickly notice is that these also won't last for long. They will go down, but they go slowly, and at some time it will just come back again. Okay, so that's what happened. So now so this is one candle. This is called a kind of hammer or something. So where an uptrend when it forms, you signal the end of the uptrend. Okay. Now let's see somewhere where you get something similar to here. Now let's see a very recent example. This would make it even more nice. Okay, it's always good to find whenever an uptrend is ending and it's about to fall. That will be a very good place to short because that's where you get a maximum amount. As I always told you, fall is very brutal than the rise. It's quick. Especially it's quick when there is a very big up move that happened before. It's always like that. Okay, it's always like opposite reaction. So whenever there's a huge up move, the fall also will be very huge. When it's a very slow random, fall also may not be that much. Okay. So if you see this beautiful example, this is called distribution followed by selling. Okay. So I'll explain you what's so there are two things called accumulation and distribution. Okay. So today we'll focus on what is the distribution phase, and in another video we'll discuss in more detail about the accumulation phase, and we'll have even more details about it. Okay. So more videos about the timing. So now let's see this case. So what's happening here? So actually this is the, you can say this at the accumulation phase, but I'll explain you that a bit later. But just assume this is the accumulation phase, and after which there was a nice breakout. Okay. So when you say that, what just in simple terms, accumulation phase is the phase where people are adding up on stocks, piling up whenever there is a dip. Dip means whenever there is a slight fall in the market, a good decent fall in the market, that is a nifty. So then you just add up some more stocks, and again when it again falls, you keep adding up. That is called the what do you call this phase? Okay, accumulation phase. Now, yes, there was a nice breakout. It was going beautifully, and it almost went till here. So it was till 11,850. It just kept going up. So actually, here was one place where it first signs of fatigue it showed. When say fatigue, I mean it's no more having the. I mean the bulls are not. They've gone so high that they are almost tired of sending. That's called a tired feeling. So it's a similar thing. You should always relate to the human emotions. It's all about the emotional game in terms of these short-term trades. Correct. So therefore, it's like they are tired. So first place, this is slight profit booking, but here bulls are still on very good strength, so they immediately bought it and take it here. There will be always slight dip. That's always happens in a breakout market. There will be dips and immediately bought. And here started got sort of getting tired. First sign of getting very tired, because these candles that you see here are more of a small candles where indecisiveness is there. When I say indecisiveness, that means um, if you see here, this 11,683, 11,731. So it tried to go up and it couldn't go up. This is the first sign where you see, uh, this is where you can actually expect a short trade, because this ideally indicates a short trade and you could definitely go short. But the thing is that here, once it comes to here, it's not able to go down further, where you need to exit your positions, because the bears still don't have enough courage. So it's not only about the bull stopping, right? Even the bears should thump and then get them. They should get back that courage, which is not that easy when, especially, it's trending up like crazy. So then bears didn't have the strength, so bulls, what they do? They say, let's enter again and try one more, give a last one more try and see where we can go. This is how it goes. And they went. They went slowly, but they kept going up. From 570 till 840 they went. And now on that day, bears thought this is like gone too much. So this mostly also follows up with some news, kind of. They just need some trigger, right? So just something to catch up so that they can go full Monty. Because now it's very stretched and any time you could fall. That's the thing. That's clear. There's no way that it keeps going up. That will never happen. Okay, remember that. So now, so like this is a slight distribution. It is this distribution phase in terms of, that is, people are selling it off whenever at higher level. So it went higher. Now people say enough. I'll sell it off. Now again, these people are some people who are the last entries, the ones who enter the last. They think this is the okay again. Finally, somehow I do this, and then they now sellers get even more. Now they're okay. Now this is an even better chance, and they'll just sell it off. So this was a very brutal sell, 11,850 to 11,570. It of course stopped here, end of took support and then went. Okay, cool. But here, this see, this is these four candles are a very important thing. If you see here, so yeah, so ideally what happened? There was a dip and 11,580, and the next day was a wonderful bullish candle. So this is the best trapping trade. So this makes everyone think generally that now it's again starting. Well, they went. The next day just didn't pan out as expected. It just went higher and it got sold off. But then still it didn't sell off so much that it completely wiped off the yesterday's gains. The next day also it tried, but it was more or less it didn't. So next day, if you see, it didn't take out the previous day's high. One day it didn't take out the previous low, one day it didn't take out the previous high. The next day, this is a very danger sign. This means that it's not, this rally, whatever happened, is not able to sustain for the another day. These three candles are a clear indication that it tried multiple times. The bulls tried to get it up. It's done. And now it's here. All the sellers were ready. They sold, and now they gave all, so these are like all the various chances where you can sell it off. These places where you get the highs. And once after that, this particular that candle that formed here indicates that it's no more a it's doesn't have any more strength, and the bears have gained enough confidence, and now you can see how the fall just pans out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of continuous fall. After that, of course, elections and things took over, which is a different aspect altogether. So that's how. Okay. So next, you might get have a doubt as to how to identify when to. I mean, yeah, it's fine to identify the entry and then sell it, or buy it for that matter. But how to identify when to exit for the profit? This is the most difficult and the biggest art you need to have in, and that we will see in the next or the after a few videos. Before that, we need to get to know a few more things before we go there. So that's it for today. Thanks everyone for watching. And if you have any doubts, do post in the comment section. I'll be glad to help you out. And if you have any other suggestions on which you want me to make videos, that will also be fine. And I'll be glad to do that. Okay, cool. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.